Respect, family. It is a beautiful, happy day for us. It is our day. Pan-Africans, it's our day. African leaders are in pain. The reason why they are in pain is that Donald Trump have decided to stop giving them aid. This aid that make their pocket to be fat, Donald Trump have decided to say, power is not going to happen again. But this should be our joy, lovely people. Every African, every Pan-African should fall in love with Donald Trump at this time and to hope and wish that Donald Trump should remove all aid from Africa. The reason I'm saying this is that Donald Trump is waking up all African leaders by force. I'll play you 3 clips. Amazing. I was clapping when listening to some African leaders and some African politicians, including John Mahama. Forgive me. You see, we will go through the video together. I know you already know the story, what Trump is doing with this 818, so I'm not going there. You see, after Trump's decision, South Africa president and South Africa's minister of minerals and resources just rained fire on Donald Trump together with Elon Musk. But this is what is happening. Because of this so-called aid that Donald Trump said must stop coming to Africa and the rest of the world, this has generated an unusual trend among African leaders and politicians. Because of this, the South African minister of mineral and resources took a decision that Africans should have made, or a decision that Africans should have taken long time ago. This decision could have made Africa great. John Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana, in his speech to the African Union, of all the languages in the world, he has decided to speak plain truth to African Union and to send African Union back to where they are supposed to belong. Self-reliance. Because of this decision by Donald Trump, Ramaphosa have to position Donald Trump where exactly he belongs. When Donald Trump made this announcement that all aid must be cut off, the reason behind Donald Trump cutting all aid to South Africa is a little bit weird. Listen to what he said.
Terrible things are happening in South Africa. The leadership is doing some terrible things, horrible things. So that's under investigation right now. We'll make a determination. They're taking away land, they're confiscating land, and actually they're doing things that are perhaps far worse than that.
Now, after Donald Trump made this comment, before South Africa president could respond to that, the Minister of Minerals and Resources came out and responded to Trump. And let's watch that video shortly, then we move forward.
Let's withhold minerals to US. That is it. If they don't give us money, let's not give them minerals. But the reality, they take our minerals, but say we're withdrawing funding. No, we have minerals in the continent, and therefore we have something that we have. We're not just beggars, but we must just use that endowment for our benefit as a continent.
Listen to that. We are not just beggars. So you have been begging. So these people are aware of who they are. But because of the aid from United States have been profitable to their bank account, they behave like they don't know who they are. Suddenly, all of them are awake, people. Lovely people, please don't forget, click the like button and then subscribe so that you'll be part of the family. This is amazing. Now, I don't clear. South Africa President Cyril Ramaphosa responded to Trump accusation of any land confiscation. And for the sake of those who have not watched that video, let me play it before we move to John Mahama's video. It's very short. Let's watch.
This issue that Donald Trump fears so much, we offer this question of the land. I don't know what Donald Trump has to do with South African land, because he's never been here. And he must keep his America, we will keep our South Africa. That is what he must do. South Africa is our land. South Africa belongs to all the people who live here in South Africa. It does not belong to Donald Trump. He can keep his America. And Ene is even worse. He's even worse. When I meet him, I will tell him. I will say, you, Donald Trump, you are even worse, because your forebears came to America. They found the native, the indigenous Americans. They wiped them out. Nearly all of them. Rene, we are living as a nation, and black and white. We are going to find solutions for our land question. So Donald Trump must leave us alone. He must leave us alone, Kaori. When we were facing apartheid, when we were facing oppression, he was not here. He did not fight side by side with us. And we were able, on our own, yes, with support of progressive forces in the world, to resolve the apartheid question. As far as I recall, Donald Trump was not around the negotiating table when we negotiated the end of apartheid. So stick around there in the White House. We will do our business here and we will find solutions for our problem. So stay out of our issues and we will not get involved in your issues in America. You have your own problems. Leave us alone.
So this situation between Ramaphosa and Donald Trump became complicated when Elon Musk also made the same accusation. But I mean, South Africa President and Elon Musk, they met to resolve that issue. Elon Musk is a South Africa-born billionaire. He's from South Africa, so they met to discuss that. Let's listen to John Dramani Mahama, how he lined up some very important points to the African Union. And I believe all these things are developing from Africa because of the decision of America. Now all of them are thinking of building themselves and then becoming self-reliance. I don't care.
Having attained the initial aim of our founding fathers, which is liberation from colonial rule. Your Excellencies, today we gather not just as leaders, but as stewards of a vision of an Africa that is united, self-reliant and prosperous. This vision was first articulated by the founders of the Organization of African Unity, and later advanced by the establishment of the African Union, and it remains our guiding light and principle. Yet as we stand at the crossroads of opportunity and challenge, we must critically reflect on our progress and recalibrate our strategies to meet the evolving needs of our continent. The reform agenda of the African Union is a bold and necessary initiative aimed at transforming our continental body into a more efficient, financially independent and effective institution. The African Union, as our collective institution, has achieved remarkable milestones in its journey. However, the challenges we face today demand more than just incremental progress. They require some bold and transformative reforms. Our continent faces a unique set of challenges: youth unemployment, food insecurity, climate change, governance deficits, and conflicts in many regions. At the same time, we're witnessing global shifts that necessitate a reimagining of Africa's place in the world. The African Union must evolve to become more agile, efficient, and impactful in addressing these new challenges. The AU must streamline its decision-making processes to ensure that they are timely and results-oriented. Bureaucratic inefficiencies undermine the confidence of our citizens and international partners, and overlapping mandates which hinder effective decision-making. Your Excellencies, one of the fundamental pillars of reform is AU's financial autonomy. The over-reliance on external partners for funding compromises the organization's independence and ability to set its own agenda.
You see, guys, Africa is now on the move. It's either you wake up by force or you die in your sleep. The aid from the United States or the European country must end in Africa. Period.